Monica, I can't reach my son.
Could you ask the boy to return my call as soon as possible? Hello, Mother. My husband is at work, so I'm afraid he can return your call. You don't have to ask me. Just wait a little longer and he'll get back to you. Even if he's at work, he can at least reply. It depends on the situation. But it's been 2 hours since I texted him. I'm sure he has checked his phone, right? He also has a phone for work, so maybe he doesn't look at his private one much. Then give me his other phone number. I'm sorry, I don't know either. You don't know? Useless as always, Monica. I'm sorry. It's almost noon. Maybe he'll reply then. I wanted to talk to him about his father. I really don't know what to do. Did something happen to him? You said he was going to be in a hospital for an exam the other day, right? I don't know if I should tell it to an outsider like you, but he has been diagnosed with a disease. He'll probably need to be cared at home. Oh, a medical care? He just retired from his job. I really feel sorry for him. He was saying that he was going to enjoy his sick life. Does this illness mean life-threatening? Yes, it is. But I give you the name of the disease because you're not our family. Please don't ask my son either. Understood. What time does he come home every day? Usually around 7 p.m. Okay. Does he work late? Sometimes. He's probably off on weekends and holidays, right? Yes, unless something accidental happens. Do my husband's work hours have anything to do with it? Kinda. I've got a lot on my mind. Well, okay. Got it. Is father okay? He's not okay. That's why I'm in such a hurry. You also tell him to reply as soon as possible. You can't do anything. That's the only thing you can help us. Hello, Mother. Are you busy right now? What do you want from me when I'm busy with husband care and housework? I'm sorry. I'd like to ask to you about that. You know it's none of your business. I know, but my husband's been sick ever since that care. Sick? The boy? Ever since he started to take care of his father at home, he visits you every day after work, right? That's right. He's our only son. He's supposed to take care of his parents. He takes care of him until morning, then comes home and goes to work. On weekends, he takes care of him all day long. I don't think he'll be able to handle it. My husband has lost 17 IVs since he started taking care of him. I'm afraid he'll collapse if he continues. So you want me to take care of him only by myself? No, not like that. You can use a caregiver or something. Or I can help you if you would like to. So can you give my husband a break for a bit? I'm sure I told you before I started taking care of him. But he doesn't want a stranger to take care of him either. You and a caregiver are strangers that day. He doesn't even want you in the house. And I don't want you hanging around the house either. But if this continues, my husband will really collapse. Please, I'm begging you. Would you please consider taking care of him, someone outside of the family? Or if you could reduce my husband's burden just a little more, that would be great. I'm doing the best I can. Now you're saying you want me to carry him without sleeping. I heard that you're sleeping well at night, but my husband only gets a few hours nap every day. Can't you at least make time for him to sleep properly once a week? He's only in his 30s, he'll be fine. Shouldn't you be more worried about me? You don't care what happens to a stranger like me, do you? That's what you think, isn't it? No, I don't. A stranger or a family. I don't think we should pay attention to that part right now. If there's not enough people, please let me help you as your son's wife, even if it's just a little bit. You are really persistent. I've told you many times that his wife is a stranger to me. I fully understand that. But I'd like you to think about it for a moment. That's enough! Don't get involved in our family matters anymore. He's the one who comes to our house to take care of him. There's no need for you to tell me what to do. If my husband doesn't return your calls or go to your place, you call his office. So what? My son comes to take care of him. He comes here because he wants to. Fine. I understood. Oh, so you finally understand. You're such a shameless wife. How dare you to talk about our family matters and contradict me like that? That's what I don't like about you. You should just do what you're told to. Just stay out of our lives. Hey, Monica, what are you doing? What do you mean? I'm breakfast. Huh? My son is already here. And why aren't you here? You've got your father-in-law's funeral to go to, and what are you doing? Hurry up and come to the funeral! Me? Why do I have to? You have a lot to do as a wife. Your father-in-law has passed away. Don't you think it's crazy of you to not come as his son's wife? Aren't you supposed to be the one who takes the first action to help us with the funeral? What? You want a stranger like me to go? Why is that? I'm supposed to stay out of family matters. You can't talk to me like that now. Your father-in-law has passed away. Yes, I know. That's why I visited your place yesterday to show my condolences. We have the funeral today. We haven't burned him yet. Nothing has been finished yet. I'm not a family member of yours, so none of my business. I wasn't even supposed to go to your place last night, but I thought it would be the last time we'll be together. You think that's how you act as a wife? I don't want this relationship. You, mother-in-law, and me, your son's wife. My husband agrees with me on this. Can you stay out of my life? I'm a stranger to you. I can't believe it. I didn't like you from the beginning. But I didn't think you were this kind of person who will return good for evil. I can't imagine what my husband in heaven will feel. Don't you feel sorry for him? You two always treated me like a stranger. Whenever I visited you, I was the only one waiting at the door. Then you only let my husband go in the house, right? He has wanted you guys many times, but you two did not change your attitude. What do I owe you? Why should I treat a wife like my son? You should restrain yourself more. That's why you're accepted as our family no matter how long it takes. That's why I'm refraining. We're not family. You are the worst kind of person. I told everyone that you're coming, and you're saying this when someone has died. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get involved anymore. But it's what you've wanted, so it's okay, right? You see what will happen? I'm telling all my relatives what a worse wife you are. Oh, please go ahead. I don't care what other relatives think of me. Now, if you excuse me. Monica, can I talk to you? What, mother? What is it? I thought you told me that you break off our relationship. I can't reach my son. He hasn't responded in days. Do you know anything about him? Or is this something you've been telling him to do? I didn't say anything. I called the company. They said my son isn't there. They want me to stop contacting them. Right. Because my husband quit the job. What? Quit his job? What do you mean? What is he doing now? I'm not going to tell you. Why not? I'm his mother! You're a stranger to me. I'm sorry. Monica, how long are you going to care about that? I'm done taking care of my husband. Don't bring up that topic again. Excuse me? I don't understand. Just tell me where he is. Otherwise, I'll come to your house. You can go. We've moved out, so we're not there though. You moved out? Wait a minute. Monica, are you trying to take my son away from me? Are you going to prevent me from seeing him for the rest of my life? You seem to want to blame me for everything. He quit his job and moved out of the house. It's all his decision. There's no way he will leave me without saying anything. He's done everything I've asked him to do. Doesn't listen to me when I stop him from marrying you. My husband wants to stay out of your life, Mother. What? Isn't it obvious? My husband had his job, and the rest of the time he was ordered to take care of his father. While you had enough time to sleep, he had only 1 or 2 hours a day. If he had continued to live like that, of course his mind and body will fall apart. But he took care of him until the end. He has decided that it will be the last time to be involved. He had to make a lot of preparations, so I won't be able to see my son anymore. I don't think you're going to see him for now. Who's going to take care of me? What if something happened to me? I don't know. Don't reply with love words like that! I'm all alone without my husband! Don't you feel sorry for me? You're not my family, first of all. Plus, you're not important to me. So I'm not interested in what happens to you. Monica, you know, when my husband got sick, it was needed to be taken care of. I was mentally exhausted. I see. I thought over how bad I behaved toward you back then. So please don't be so heartless. I'm just doing what you told me to do. A wife is a stranger. Don't get involved with family matters. That's what you wanted, right? I didn't mean it. Since my son was always on your side, I just acted a little cold. I hope you will forgive me for my childish behavior. Whatever the reason, I'm not going to forgive you. In the first place, you treated me like a stranger since your husband was still alive. Whenever there was a family gathering, you would ignore me. And there was no food or sitting for me, right? It happened a lot. I thought the beginning of our relationship was important. You know, train you as a wife. Training? Am I your pet? I think our relationship will last as long as we care of each other. On the other hand, train a stranger. How great people you guys are. To me, it seemed like you're just bullying the wife. Monica, calm down. I can already reach you now. Please let me talk to my son. You are my only hope. I will block you immediately after this too. Please don't contact me again. I wouldn't know if you text me though. Hurry, I'm guilty. I'm sorry that I have treated you so badly. So please let me reach my son. It's my husband's decision. Please, Monica. If this stays like this, I might collapse from the shock. It's your fault that things turn out this way. I don't want to say bad things for a person who died already, but you and father have problems. You guys are the ones who made my husband wanted to break off the relationship. And you turned me into a stranger because of your actions. Monica, I accept you as our family. I will never treat you like a stranger again. So please forgive me. Can you please stop pretending to be a family now? This is what you have deserved. Please continue to think of me as a stranger. I received many calls from my mother-in-law after that, so I immediately blocked her. Later on, she asked all the relatives where my husband went, but no one knows where we are. But my husband told his close cousins and others how he left his mother, and rumors have been spread how my parents-in-law treated me like a stranger, and making him taking care of his brother and never let him sleep. It seems like more and more people think that my mother-in-law got what she deserved. She lost her husband, the only family she had left, and I heard that she is living a reclusive life in shock. She doesn't want people to see her, so she even has her groceries delivered to her house. I've heard that when people don't interact with others, they all get old at once. Even though she were to become unable to live without someone's help, we're not going to help her anyway. If my husband ever meets her, he said that it will be when she passed away. He has lost so much weight since my mother forced him to take care of his father. He was at the point where he was lost from becoming truly ill and falling apart both physically and mentally. Of course, I did my best to support him as much as I could, but what my husband needed most was to rest. After he managed to finish caring his father while he was absent from work, he asked me if he could take some time off. Of course, I agreed. We decided to move the opportunity to quit his job and move to a new house. After we spent a few months relaxing together, he is now back on his feet and working for a new company. My husband has always been protective of me and listened to what his mother said all by himself. But now that he's finally away from his mother, he is enjoying every day more than before. My husband and I will continue to help each other to overcome difficulties.
And we could like to make our family happy in our own way.
Credit card bill is over $1,000 this month. What did you spend on? Oh, that's because I went to an event last month. A smartphone game event again? It was a 3rd-year anniversary event, and my team members did a pretty good job. But $1,000 a month is too much. Don't you remember? I'm the team leader. It's all about the members' motivation. I'm not saying stop playing the game, but you have to think about your family. I'm thinking about my family too. That's why I'm working, right? Even though you're working, if you are spending $1,000 a month, we can't make a living. This is an important time for my team. Our performance is improving too. I don't care about that. You wouldn't understand it. It's hard to manage people. You say you're managing. That's in a game, right? We should be in that position at work. You think it's just a game, don't you? You have an old-fashioned way of thinking. Society exists even in games. Sooner or later, a lot of people will live in a fictional world, don't you know? Okay. Mr. Guan said that. Believe it or not, we live in a real world now. Remember? You'll be the only one left behind by the time if you keep saying things like that. I'm living in the real world. It's a difference in values. I'm just saying, don't spend a lot of money on games. I'm not talking about values. You play games too. I enjoy it for free. But you bought a Switch last month. I'll play it for years for 1/5 of what you spent last month. It's the same thing as you spending your money on games. I'm not saying you shouldn't spend it all on games, but as I said, it's just too much this time. Can't I just do it once in a while? So you won't spend anything this month then? I'll cut it down to $500. How expensive is that game? I can't bother everyone on my team by my personal reason. What? Are you playing a game to compete with others for the amount of money you've paid to strippers? Something like, I'm going to make her number 1. Is that what you're saying? Don't make fun of me. It's a real brain game with an emphasis on strategy. When you make a strategy with your friends and fight rivals. It's an intellectual game, just like chess or Japanese chess. You wouldn't understand. Then why don't you use your brains instead of using money? This is why amateurs are so annoying. If I don't spend the money to get a rare and strong weapon, I can't fight in the first place. What's with the brain game? In the end, you're just beating each other with wads of cash. You know what? You should never say that. Anyway, you need to cut down to $100 a month. I won't even be able to save money with this. We're making a living, so what's the problem? What if we have a child? We need to save for our future. Then we won't have a child for a while, because right now, I want to concentrate on gaming. Why do you think like that? I'm almost 30, remember? It takes a lot of energy to raise a child, so I'd rather have a child while I'm still young. Anyway, right now my priority is the game. You know how many of my friends are relying on me? You're going to put the game before me? I never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth. While watching a drama, when a woman said, "What's more important, me or work?" You said, "I can't believe it." There's a big difference between work and games. They're not different. Actually, the game needs me a lot more than the company does. That's self-deprecation, right? Are you seriously saying that? What's self-deprecating about it? I'm a team leader who the members rely on. At work, my useless boss just uses me for jobs. They don't know what I'm really capable of. On the other hand, in the smartphone game, I'm recognized because it's a meritocracy. I don't get it at all. Oh, I'll take 3 paid days off next week. Huh? Next week? What's going on? Huh? You seriously don't understand anything. I have a big event next week. Huh? Don't tell me you're going to take off for a game. Games are more fulfilling than a boring job. Aren't you going to make an effort to make your real life more fulfilling? If you have a problem with that, why don't you play it too? I made you an account before, didn't I? Oh, you were messing with my phone without my permission, saying something about friend referral bonus? If you try it, you'll see how great it is. Oh, but don't come into my team, okay? I don't accept beginners. I'm not going to play it. I'm not interested. Then don't complain. Whatever. Do what you want. Hey, how about we get divorced? What? What is it all of a sudden? I didn't say anything about the game, right? We haven't been talking at home at all lately. And it's been a long time since we've slept together, hasn't it? That's because you're playing games all the time, and you don't answer when I talk to you. You don't even let go of your phone at all until you go to bed. It's all your fault. I've been playing games because you've been cold. I don't think so. But if there was a problem, I would fix it. So there will not be a divorce out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I can't do this anymore. I can't live with you. So give me a specific reason. I told you, because you're cold. Which part? Are you talking about my attitude? You don't even know what I'm talking about. You can't convince me. Please, just shut up and divorce me. That doesn't make sense at all. What's happening? Tell me the truth. I found someone I like. What? Are you cheating on me? I'm not cheating on you. We're not in that kind of relationship yet. That's not the point, is it? Who is it? Someone from the company? No, it's not. At first, she was just one of our team members. This is fate. She's an angel that I met by some miraculous chance in a game where 90% of users are male. Huh? You mean you had an affair in a game? I told you, I wasn't cheating on you. I really can't believe this. A woman. It's hard to find a guy like me anymore. But it's real. Accept it. Why are you becoming so defiant? So you're saying we can stay in a marriage like this? It's too sudden. I can't keep up. I can't do it anymore. I can't lie about how I feel. You're terrible. This is just so wrong. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Let's just stick together, shall we? Let's fight through this tough fate together. What's with that line? Is this what people call a gamer brain? It's a real turn-off. Also, what do you mean by we? You're just having fun by yourself. See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That's what I call a difference in values. What are you going to do from now on? I'm telling you, divorce is the only way. I already filled the papers out. Now, you fill it out and submit it. You fill it out and submit it. Wait a minute. Let's talk about it, okay? I'm not changing my mind anymore. I'm not agreeing to a divorce. Anyway, I'm not going home. Wait! Are you Ed's wife? Yes, but who are you? I'm Ed's financer. Excuse me? You're a baked pastry. Oh, silly me. Fiancé. I'm such a clumsy little boy. If it's a prank, I'm going to block you. Oh my god, why are you so dull? Didn't you hear anything from Ed? Could it be that you're the one Ed likes? How do you know my contact? You linked your contact to your account in the game. It was easy to find you. The only low-level friend of Ed was you. It's possible to message me from there? That's terrifying. I'm going to delete my account too about. What do you want? Please divorce Ed as soon as possible. His heart belongs to me already. You're serious, right? So why are you pretending to be a boy? Can you stop acting like a weird character? I'm listening, but nothing's really making sense. What do you mean, character? I'm just acting like my true self. I can't talk to you like that. What? You want money? If it's compensation money, I've already got it ready for you. Wow, you have that much common sense. Haha, Ed is right. He said you're picky about money. Oh, you two even talked about that. Then I'll ask for $30,000. Sum up. Then I will file for divorce. You're a true gold digger, aren't you? I'll transfer the money tomorrow. Please file the divorce. Quickly. Margaret, I've been thinking about you a lot. What? I think I'm going to come home after all. I've been away from you and I've realized. What are you trying to say? Let's just continue to be together like we have been. You haven't filed for divorce yet, have you? I did this morning. What? What? You're kidding, right? You said you didn't agree to the divorce. Are you kidding me? It's already been officially accepted. So you and I are strangers now. Then let's remarry. Impossible. It's not impossible. We can start over. We're a couple. A piece of paper like divorce papers can't tear us apart. If you have a problem with the legal system, why don't you demonstrate in the parliament? I'm not kidding. You're the one I love. I love you, Margaret. What? Wasn't it Nina? How did you know that? I know Nina. I mean, Mr. Nick, right? I never thought I'd lose my husband to a man. You know that much? I've been fooled, you know. You're into that kind of thing. That's why you couldn't stay married to me. I'm not prejudiced against LGBTQ at all, okay? Honestly, you don't have to hide it. I'm not interested in such things. He pretended to be a woman. I was tricked. I'm a victim. Huh? What are you talking about? You just had a misunderstanding, didn't you? Nina was serious about you, right? And you say such thing. What the hell? Whose side are you on? Nina is much more reasonable than you. Yesterday, I got a call from Nina. I was angry about him at first. Huh? I didn't hear anything about that. He paid me a lump sum, $30,000, in compensation money, so that he could be with you. So I called him again this morning and asked him about it. Compensation money? I didn't know about this. What did you ask him? You hadn't met Nina yet, had you? He told me that if I saw him before the divorce, it would be cheating on my wife. I mean, it's impossible when you promise to marry someone without even seeing each other once. We were a team together for over a year. We had a deep connection, you know. That guy betrayed me of that connection. You're the betrayer. You betrayed me and Nina. He lied about his gender. It's a scam. Well, he didn't. He tried to tell you about his gender, but you told him you would accept him as he is, because I couldn't believe he was a man just from his picture. You're such a jerk, aren't you? He was so serious. Why are you taking his side? He's the one who lied to your husband. He's a much more decent person than you. He ain't decent, that bastard. How can you call someone who loves you so seriously a bastard? Listen, I'm a victim of deception, right? I'm going home now. There's no place for you to come back home to. Don't say that. I'm going home anyway. I won't open the door if you come back. By the way, I already changed the lock. How dare you? I don't have anywhere to go. I was going to live with that guy. I can't even afford tonight. Why don't you just live with him? He even signed the lease for your new house. I can't live with that man. I can't. I can't live with you either. And I quit my job. He said he runs a company. I heard he makes money from web marketing. I'm in the same business as I know about his company. You were even going to ask him to take care of your job? That's right. My life is a mess because of him. This is no one's fault. Do something about it yourself. Please, please help me. I have no obligation to help you. Don't ever show your face again to me. We're a couple, aren't we? Let's help each other live. We're not a couple anymore. I wish you all the best with Nina. Don't give up on me. I don't think you've had any physical contact yet, so I'm not going to charge you on compensation money. But I'll charge you for the money you spent from our savings in the game, okay? I calculated it, and it's over $20,000. I don't have that kind of money. If we live together again, it won't be a problem, right? Right, let's have a baby. I thought you said you wanted to have a baby soon. The thought of making a baby with you makes me feel absolutely disgusted. Seriously, I'm glad I didn't have one. Hey, please. Can you at least lend me some money? I'm flat broke. Right, you got money from that guy, right? You can give it to me since I'm the one who brought in the money for you. Too bad. I already have returned the compensation money to him. Why are you being merciful to that guy? Be merciful to me too. Please, just a little bit. I have no mercy for you. I will also charge you for the money you spent. After that, a lawyer will do the rest and I'll block you. Goodbye. I won't play games anymore, so please forgive me. Hey, Margaret, forgive me. After that, Ed had no choice but to return to his parents' house. But Mr. Nick came to his and it became a chaotic situation. His parents found out about the situation and disowned him. He also said some very horrible things to Mr. Nick, and he was sued. I have received several requests for reinstatement from Ed, but I have ignored them all. Now, he has managed to find a live-in job and is paying the installments for the spendthrifts I have charged him. On the other hand, I was offered a position at Mr. Nick's company, whom I have been in contact with from the time since this happened. It's a funny coincidence, but I am enjoying my job with much higher benefits than before.